If you're working 7 days a week and you are frustrated all the time because you just simply don't have time, today's show's for you. For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best selling, marketing, and business building strategies to keep your business thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show, episode 124. Today, I want to solve the biggest issue we hear from clients every single day, which is, how do I get more organized / how do I get more time? Well, of course, you saw the subject. I want to encourage, I want to inspire, I want to plead with you to finally step up your game and hire your first real estate assistant. Now, if you're a longtime friend and you've got an assistant already in place, this might be a great little refresher and reminder in case it's time for you to level up and add somebody else to your team. So the one question I get all the time is, so Tom, why should I have an assistant? I mean, Tom, you don't understand. My clients expect me to do everything. I hear that all the time. I also hear, Tom, you don't understand. I can't afford to get an assistant. We're going to cover that as well. How do I hire them? How do I train them? All that stuff will be covered very quickly. But let's look at why. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to grow your revenue? Can you be doing, $10 or $12 an hour work and also do all the things you need to do to build your business, to follow your plan, to prospect, do lead follow-up, go on appointments, negotiate contracts, follow your marketing campaign? You and I both know when it gets busy, the stuff we always drop is the revenue creation stuff, because I got to do the showing and I got to do the walkthrough and I gotta. This is what I hear all the time. And then we stop doing the things that make us money, which is why so many people today in the real estate business go like this. I'm poor and desperate, I make money. I'm poor and desperate, I make money. I make poor and desperate, and the year ends. I want you to make money, 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 money. So why do you hire an assistant? To grow revenue, to leverage your time, to make sure that you are doing the highest and best use of your time, meeting with clients, going on appointments, following up on leads. You with me on this? You do that all the time, you're going to make a fortune. And then there's an old line, and this is not my line, I'm not being rude to you, but there's an old line that says, because if you don't have an assistant, you are an assistant. And you have to ask yourself, did you get into the real estate business to do paperwork? Did you get into the real estate business to do walkthroughs? No, the reality is you got in this business to sell homes. And the reason you want to hire that first assistant is so you can spend your time doing just that. So I wrote down a bunch of questions. What can an assistant do for you? Where do you find them? What's the compensation plan? Some interviewing tips, and a last little point to make sure you really get it. And I'm going to give you a little mind map, which we'll be linking up on tomferry.com, so you can see everything that they can do for you. But let's go high level first. What can an assistant do for you? Which means you're no longer doing it. Number one, they can track your business. So they can track everything from how many leads, how many appointments, how many sales, what's your GCI. They can track everything you want. So you are empowered by the data of your business to make good decisions. Look, if you're like me and you're not super organized, someone's got to do this so we make good decisions, not, hey, do you want to do this? Roll the dice. We don't want to do that. That's not how you grow and build a repeatable and scalable business. Number two, I wrote down they can organize your database. What if they just did that? What if they went through and found Larry 310-527 and said, who is Larry with no last name? And you actually empower them to go in and append your entire database and then work with you to figure out who are the past clients, who are the people in your sphere, who are your old buyer leads, who are people you met at open houses, and who are people you have no idea who they are. Think about just those two projects being done, how much more organized your business will be. Obviously, they can manage your marketing plan, so they can deal with, the printer, they can handle your Facebook ads, they can do all the things that you shouldn't be doing. And you might say, but Tom, I can do it better. I know you can do it better. But your job is to get appointments and go on appointments and serve clients and negotiate, not sit in front of your computer trying to figure out what photo and what headline. You want to delegate and empower that to somebody else and let them do the work. Let them be the expert versus you trying to be the jack of many. Obviously, they can open your escrows and your pending sales. They can launch your listings, meet with the videographer, meet with the photo team, take care of everything in terms of the marketing and the brochures and everything you do to launch a listing. Let's have them do that so you can go get more listings. They can coordinate with your vendor partners. They can schedule your showings. They can organize your open houses. They can put out your signs. They can do all the things that you want done so you can be with your family that morning. and then go to your open house and be highly productive. They can manage your business expenses. Boy, that's a good idea. What if every month they said, here's the P&L, here's our escrows, or here's our pending sales, here's how much revenue we have coming in, here's our fixed cost, here's our variable cost, and this is your profitability. I mean, how insanely great would that be for you? You know what's gonna happen for some of us? You're gonna look down and go, I'm not making any money, which means you're gonna get really focused on growing revenue and not doing all this stuff. Obviously, managing your expenses. How about handling your calls and emails in a prompt fashion, ready, while you're on appointments or taking a day off? So you can actually breathe and know that everything is being taken care of. Doesn't that sound great? And then, of course, keeping you on track. You know, if your assistant just walked by you, he or she, and said, hey, get on the phone, get another appointment. Hey, here's a lead you need to follow up on. Hey, here's a call that just came in, call and get an appointment. If you empower that person to really help you grow your business, you're gonna win. So I'm gonna give you this entire mind map of everything they can do in detail for you. And you know, depending upon what state or what province you're in, that there is lots of additional training for assistants today that's free. You can get it here on YouTube and probably right at your board of realtors. So getting them trained is the easy part. Identifying all the things that you do today that you shouldn't be doing and having somebody else do it, that's where the growth begins. Now, where do you find them? Obviously, job sites, Indeed, LinkedIn, Monster. Finding them is the easy part, right? Posting the ad and saying, this is what I'm looking for. Highly organized, who can, bing, 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 right? Super easy. You're gonna find people. You can get referrals, asking your broker manager, asking your lender partner, your title rep, if you're in the Texas left states in the US, the escrow officers, the transaction coordinators. Hey, I'm looking for somebody to help me take my business to the next level. I'm looking for someone who's not like me, an artist. I'm looking for someone that is organized. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And then, of course, I love when our clients post on their Facebook page, hey, my business is growing and we're expanding our support team. Who do you know that's highly organized, computer efficient, yada, 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 right? Please send me a private message. And you know what? People that have done this, first of all, there's two benefits. Their clients see that your business is getting bigger and better and more successful, and you're focusing on always service, and you get some private messages from people that know you, like you, and trust you and say, you should talk to Jillian, right? Or, hey, my buddy Richard's looking for a job. And guess what? You get some of those great referrals as well. So two benefits there. Finding them, that's the easy part. Let's talk compensation. Ready? If you Google in your marketplace, what does a real estate assistant earn today? You're gonna see lots of ranges. I'm gonna give you just a very simple formula. One, you wanna give them a small base salary with, ready? Dollars per closing. So as we grow, you make more money. Right now, the key, of course, is to balance out and make sure that your assistant is in a place where financially, your number of closings every month is making them the money that they want. You can't put that person in a position where if you were lazy and you weren't following up and you weren't doing your work, that they pay the price financially. So it's the balance between a nice base pay, low enough that you're not killing yourself, but also high enough that if you have a month that goes by with no closings, they're not going to die. Does that make sense? And then you pay them bonuses based upon every closing that you get. Don't pay them on new listings. Don't pay them on appointments. Only pay them on revenue coming in. Make sense? Now, some interviewing tips. Probably going to be a show you're going to want to watch 2 or 3 times. You need to download this from tomferry.com because you can see all this stuff. Because when you look at this, you're going to go, oh my goodness, that's all the stuff that I have to do. What am I going to do if someone else is doing all that? Find more business to give them is usually the answer, my friend. That's the answer. So let's go back to interviewing tips. Just a few things to consider. Number one, whether it's Indeed or Monster or any one of these referrals, always asking them to email your resume and then call a specific number and leave a specific voicemail. Now, what I'm looking for is, are they email proficient? Do they actually read? It says, email the resume, call this number, leave this specific voicemail. I want to listen to how do they sound on the voicemail. But the real key is I want to see, are they paying attention to the details? Are they doing exactly what I asked them to do? If they have any variance here, right? If they mix up the process, guess what? I'm not even going to interview them. This is a way to make sure, are they as organized as you want them to be? And you and I both know you can't have somebody looking at your contracts, following up on your business, paying attention to the details if they're not detail-oriented. And then, of course, I want to give them a detailed assignment. For example, hey, thank you very much. We talked to you over the phone. We got your voicemail. We saw your resume. Here's the next step. We'd like you to grab your phone, record a video, and tell us the 3 things that make you a great assistant. Tell us 2 things that, 2 reasons why you want to get into the business. And then you give them the assignment. Now you see, can they grab a phone, shoot a video of themselves? Are they comfortable, right? And can they follow the detailed assignments? Again, another way to ensure you're hiring the right person, not someone that's just excited about getting into real estate, who'd love to learn from you and how you're so successful and this is so great and I'm gonna have so much fun and we can be friends and it's gonna be exciting. You don't want that. You want somebody that's organized. You with me on this? You wanna find yin and yang, right? If you hire someone just like yourself, one of you isn't necessary. You with me on this? Now, I love this one. Have another agent assistant in your office, have them interview them, have your broker manager interview the person, have your title rep or your lender, all of the key people inside your business, have all these outside people interview these people for you, 15, 20 minutes, right? Are they likable? Do they understand the job? Can they pay attention to the details, right? They're asking some background questions, you're asking background questions, and you know what? Remember, all these people inside the office are going to be working with this person as well. So you want to make sure that your internal support team, right? Your team, your broker manager, right? Your title rep, all the people that are part of your business, that they like this person and trust this person and want this person and see that this person can help you take your business to the next level. And then I wrote down arguably the most important thing. Hire the job, not the person. Hire the job, not the person. Here's the job. Here's all the things you got to do. Well, I don't like to do those things, but I can find all these other things to do, and I really like social media, and I can do all your social media stuff. Whoa. Hire the job, not the person. That's been one that agents around the world, anybody in a managing, hiring role has dealt with this one before. Don't get wowed by the person who walks in and they're all excited. You want the person that can do the job. Find the person that can do the job. I'll take a little less personality and a lot more organization for this role, freeing you up to do all those things. Now, the last thing I wrote down is don't blame resources, because I know probably some of you, stop watching this. There's going to be people that turned this off and said, oh, Tom, he doesn't understand. I don't have the money. I'm just getting started. Look, brand new agents, experienced veterans, and everybody in between. A lot of people blame resources. I don't have the money. Well, why do you not have the money? Well, you don't have the money because when you have a deal, you do all this stuff and you forget to do all the money-making activities. So instead of maybe hiring somebody full-time, be resourceful. Get somebody 1 day a week, right? Find a friend who can come in who's super organized and bang out a few of these projects so your business becomes more efficient short term. It's no different from me calling my little sister, who's like the closet queen, and saying, hey, I just moved. Can you come help me with my closet? Like, I'll give you a glass of wine. Like, well, I'll make you dinner, right? You can barter with your friends to do some of these projects to get things going. Be resourceful. Do whatever it takes. Because the worst case scenario, my friends, is to watch. This is 124. Could you imagine watching episode 200? And you're still in the same place, still doing the same highs and lows. And maybe, your highs will be higher and your lows will be less, but you're still gonna always be doing this until you find that stable force inside your business that has you only doing the highest and best use of your time. So do me a favor, share this video with a few friends. Share it with the people that you respect and admire the most. I've had a lot of clients, by the way, that have taken this thought and said, hey, the 4 of us, let's hire somebody together, right? And let's share the cost, because we're all making less than $60,000 a year gross, or $80,000 or $100,000 or whatever the number is, and we're just not comfortable financially making that commitment. Grab 2 or 3 of your buddies inside the office and share the expenses and share the cost. And guess what? I've seen lots of people do that, and then eventually one person rises up and usually takes that person with them, or they go find their own. The bottom line is this. You've heard me say a million times, do the thing, have the power. Do the thing, have the power. Do not the thing, have not the power. If you want the power, you know exactly what you have to do. Set a goal. By when will you have your first part-time or full-time or virtual assistant? I don't care. So you're going to free yourself up to go out and have the business in life that you love. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to read the comments. Share this video with a few friends, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We have a number of events coming up, and we'd love to have you there. Visit tomferry.com/events and reserve your spot today.